3-2 Cubs. Let's check out the National League candidates for the Cy Young Award. We had to add a 6th candidate in each league. Cueto, Dickey, Kershaw won it last year. Gonzalez, and then 2 closers, Chapman and Kimbrel, who've been totally dominating. We'll give you our picks here momentarily. I think it's a very difficult choice. In the last 3 weeks or so will probably determine it.
Well, we both waffled back and forth. It's not an easy one. Not an easy one.
Coming into play today, Gonzalez and Dickey leading the league with 18 wins apiece. Three and 0 on Mr. Castro. Chapman and Kimbrel each with 35 saves, leading the league as Starlin draws a leadoff walk. That's been a good thing for the Cubs tonight, getting that leadoff man on. He has scored all 3 runs. So I went with Cueto, you went with Dickey. I was just going back and forth and back and forth.
I did the same thing. You can make a strong case for all those gentlemen. I picked R.A. Dickey based on the fact that he pitches for a very definition of a mediocre team, and he has had an unbelievable season individually. Only 3 starts all year where he went less than 6 innings.
It's interesting, isn't it, that and I like your argument when it comes to MVP balloting. It seems to be that the exact opposite reasoning is used. Well, he's had a great year, but his team isn't going anywhere. And a lot of people think the Cy Young Award is essentially most valuable pitcher. That's the MVP equivalent for pitchers. But it's harder for a guy to win the MVP, a position player, when he's on an also-ran. Pitch out, and Castro was not running. 1-1 to Castillo.
When we discussed Johnny Cueto, we brought up the fact that half of his starts are going to be in a very hitter-friendly ballpark where he's carrying a 2.50 ERA this year at Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. There's always that argument, should the Cy Young be a starting pitcher, relief pitcher? I don't really think it matters. But a lot of good candidates this year.
Deep center, but playable for McCutchen on the edge of the warning track for the out. I mean, I think the sentimental favorite, which you really have to take those kinds of feelings out if you have an actual vote for this award, is Dickey. I mean, he throws the knuckleball. The strikeouts have been off the charts this year. I mean, it's a terribly interesting story, but it does come down to who's been better, and I really don't know what the edge will be. It may just come down to ERA, who has a better number at the end of the year. Wins may factor in, you know, if one guy has one more win than the other and everything else seems fairly even. It may come down to somebody says Cueto's on a better team, so I'm going to give it to him. There are a lot of reasons you can use.
Another fact that it entered into my picking of R.A. Dickey, he features the knuckleball, 77 miles per hour, and he throws it 86% of the time. Now, the other 14% of the time, he's forced to throw his fastball, which the average velocity on his heater this year is 83. And for him to put up the kind of numbers that he did this year with that combination of 2 pitches, that's amazing.
It really is. curve strike. 0-2 to Barney. I think it'll be a very good race in both leagues.
I'll tell you, Gio Gonzalez looked like a Cy Young winner against the Cubs the other day in Washington.
Sure did. Kershaw leads the league in innings, 1 out away from 200, leads in strikeouts.
I'll tell you what, I'll take those 6 pitchers we had listed on my team and take my chances. I don't want to pick one. I'll take all 6 of them.
Kimbrel and Chapman can alternate save chances.
Yeah. R.A. Dickey also had an 11-game winning streak this season. Tops in the National League. McDonald really crowding Darwin Barney throughout the course of this at bat. Everything from the inner third of the plate over to the corner and even off the plate inside. Well, looks like they want to go away. Barajas was sliding out onto that outside corner after that many pitches on the inside part of the plate. They maybe feel they have him set up to go away.
Former Cub farmhand Chris Archer pitching for the Rays tonight. Gave up a home run to Josh Hamilton. His 40th of the year. One smacked into center for Darwin Barney's first hit of the night. Hamilton got hit by a pitch his next time up. Apparently Ron Washington not too happy about it.
I think that's something. We played ball for the better part of 5 months, and there was rarely a bench clearing incident, rarely any beanball wars. And here in the last 3.5 weeks of the season, it seems like every game has some kind of incident.
Tony Watson, the left-hander, Chris Reesop, the righty. As Ray Searage is out to talk it over. Qdoba Mexican Grill, the official Mexican grill of the Cubs in Wrigley Field, would like to give you free chips and queso just for opting in to their mobile club. Text Q1 to 50500 and you'll enjoy Qdoba's famous chips and queso.
Looks like the Pirates are not real sure whether to expect a bunt from Jeff Samardzija or not. Garrett Jones drawn well in at first base. Now Alvarez creeping in a little bit at third base.
The bunt nicely done. Barajas will pick it up and get the out at first. Holt covering.
Perfectly executed by Jeff Samardzija. Got that ball out near the end of the bat. It just trickled out in front of home plate and died for Rod Barajas. The only play the Pirates had was to go to first base.
Campana will not face McDonald. It'll be probably Tony Watson. And now Dale Swaim can think about his options. It's the Honda call to the pen. We're in the 6th. Cubs lead 3-2. They're trying to add on, and we'll be back.
Time out there, buddy.
Brian Urlacher?
That's me, here to defend you from DirecTV's so-called big deal. DirecTV raises your bill 100% after a year, and they lock you into a 2-year contract that could cost you over $2,500 bucks.
I can't afford that.
That's why your best play is Xfinity. The biggest plays on Sunday, live. The best of college football, and you can take the action wherever you go.
Hey, Brian.
No pixie dust, just pigskin. Yeah! Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Call today.
Agents, when it comes to insurance, people feel lost.
That's a dead end.
Don't know which way to turn.
Turn around?
That's why we present people with options, to help them find coverage that fits their needs.
Almost there.
It's a new Maze record.
Really?
I have no idea. We don't keep track of that kind of stuff.
We are insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
To speak with a farmer's agent in your community, call 888-96-FARMERS.
Save big money during the Menard Day sale. Find the best brands, quality, and price, period. Dutch Boy Platinum Interior has an exclusive ready-to-use formula and advanced stain-blocking technology for superior coverage versus other leading brands. DuraWeather Max Bond Exterior has a no-prep, no-prime formula and advanced technology for superior adhesion to chalky, dirty, and previously painted surfaces. Save $7 a gallon. That's $35 on 5-gallon pails.
Save big money at Menards.
Time for the Honda call to the pen. Southpaw Tony Watson will do the pitching, and Tony Campana will stay in the game and hit.
Good numbers for Tony Watson this season, used mostly as a left-handed specialist. You can see 42 punch-outs in 43 2/3 innings, only allowed 35 hits. He's been really tough on left-handed hitters. I'm guessing bunt. A lot of times a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher, even with runners in scoring position, and they look to bunt that ball, hope that that left-handed pitcher will fall off to the third base side of the mound just a little bit. See what Tony tries to do here. He's already 2 for 2 on the evening with a couple of runs scored and a stolen base.
Outside, ball 1. Watson, born in Sioux City, Iowa, went to Nebraska. Slings it in there, 94 miles an hour.
And Watson does not fall off the third base side of the mound like a lot of left-handed pitchers do. He's pretty square to home plate when he releases that ball.
Alvarez will pick it up and in the inning. Cubs strand 2 in scoring position. Lead 3-2 midway in the 6th.
The Chicago Cubs strongly encourage the use of public transportation. The CTA offers a variety of options, including the Red Line, which stops right at Wrigley Field at the Edison station. If you must drive, try the remote parking operation at DeVry University, located near the Edison and Rockwell intersection. The remote lot offers parking and an express bus for just $6. For more details, call the CTA hotline at 773-836-7000 or visit Cubs.com.
Monday, Rizzo and the Cubs kick off their last trip to Houston before Jose Altuve and the Astros swing over to the AL. Coverage begins at 6:30 with Subaru Cubs pregame live. Cubs, Astros, Monday night at 6:30 on Comcast Sportsnet.
I have evidence that proves my dad's a space alien. He speaks a weird language. He drinks green stuff. He says he's from Albuquerque. I'm not buying it. I mean, just Look at him. And one more thing. He has a spaceship. The evidence doesn't lie. My dad's an alien.
The highly advanced Audi A6, named to car and drivers 10 best.
Hardest working, smoothest riding. Polaris defines it. Our new 2012 lineup includes the new, more powerful Sportsman 850 HO, the ultimate side-by-side workhorse, Ranger XP, the only multi-passenger with room for 6, Ranger Crew, and the best value in side-by-sides, Ranger 500. See all the new models at Polaris.com. Now's the best time to buy. Don't miss the Polaris factory authorized clearance going on now.
New in 2012 is Cubs Authentics, the premier outlet for special MLB-authenticated Cubs memorabilia. From game-used baseballs, bases, and jerseys to autographed bats and photos, Cubs Authentics has the most exclusive Cubs memorabilia. Visit the Wrigley Field Concourse, the Cubs store, or email Cubs Authentic at Cubs.com for all your memorabilia needs.
One strike on Andrew McCutchen. Swing and a miss. He got him. Well, Brandon McCarthy, the A's pitcher, still recovering from the head injury suffered the other day, but is well enough to tweet. Set up his fantasy lineup beforehand, so no excuse. Certainly hope he's feeling better, and
absolutely
is out of the hospital soon. 97 from Samardzija, still throwing hard. 1-0 on Garrett Jones. Good slider. Big pitch for Samardzija this year. I think of all the numbers when you look at Jeff's line this season, it really jumps out. He's had 10 starts with 0 walks or 1 walk. This could be his 11th. He's walked 1 so far tonight. That's impressive.
I think it's been a lot of fun just watching the progress of Jeff Samardzija over the course of the season. I mean, Cub fans will remember last year when it was speculated that maybe Jeff was going to go into the rotation this season. Well, are his secondary pitches good enough? Can he throw strikes?
Soriano will get there.
Well, I think he's answered those questions. You know, he struggled at times with his splitter, so he went to the slider. He struggled at times with the slider, but was able to throw the split-fingered fastball. The secondary pitches really haven't been the issue that I think a lot of people thought they were going to be. He's got plenty of stuff to be a starting pitcher. But you mentioned it earlier, Len, the mechanical issues. That was the biggest thing, ironing out his mechanics to the point where he could throw strikes consistently with all of his pitches.
And I think Chris Bosio would add not only being able to throw strikes, but with the arm action he has, the stuff he has, his stuff's gotten even better. They've repositioned him just a little bit on the rubber. He was way over to the first base side. They moved him just slightly more toward the middle, although he's still way over there to his left, first base side. You see almost his whole foot, though, touching the rubber. That's picked up by Valbuena, and Samardzija now has retired 17 of the last 18 Pirates he's faced in this game, leading 3-2 after 6.
Save big money during the Menard Day sale. Light up your home with help from Fight. These soft white LED decor bulbs last up to 30,000 hours and replace 25-watt incandescent bulbs. In candelabra or medium base, just $14.99. Add style with Patriot lighting. The Wyatt collection features an aged bronze finish with white frosted glass. The 3-light flush mount is $59. The 5-light chandelier is only $129.
Save big money at Menards.
How'd it go?
Crushed it.
That's awesome.
You know what's available on Camry? It's called Entune. Say I'm looking for sporting goods. There you go. You can listen to hundreds of radio stations and Pandora.
And now get great deals.
Not done. We can buy movie tickets.
And now get
Still
great.
not done. You can make dinner reservations.
Now?
Fine.
Get great deals on Camry. With class-leading MPG, the 2012 Camry is also the best-selling car in America. That's a lot for less.
Anyway, weather, traffic, stocks, fuel prices.
Tomorrow, catch a new episode of Gas Money, the game show that gives the fan on the street a chance to show off their sports knowledge and fill up their tank. Then come out to Lizzie McNeil's Monday night at 7 for a chance to test your Chicago sports trivia on the show. Gas Money presented by Honda tomorrow night at 7, only on Comcast Sportsnet.
Watson got the final out of the 6th inning, retiring Campana. And with all these lefties in the Cubs lineup, they'll start the 7th. Braves extended their scoreless streak at one point to 31 innings as they beat the Mets 11-3 today. Chris Medlin was on the mound. They had all kinds of wind problems. It gusts up to 51 miles an hour in Queens. 75-minute rain delay. Medlin's 8-1. And the Braves have won his last 19 consecutive starts. He was a pitcher of the month in the National League in August. Slider missed that outside corner. 1-2 with Valbuena on deck. Medlin at one point, Bob, went 40 1/3 innings without allowing an earned run. Swing and a miss. Speaking of pitching, let's look at the elite over in the American League. David Price, who actually didn't make his start tonight because of a left shoulder issue. King Felix, last year's MVP and Cy Young winner. Jared Weaver, dealing with some issues injury-wise as well. Chris Sale, mentioned him earlier, and Fernando Rodney having one of the best years a closer's ever had. One strike on Valbuena. This Price is expected to miss his next start. Jared Weaver dealing with right biceps tendonitis. somewhat half-hearted attempt at the wave in the upper deck.
I think they just want to move around. It's gotten chilly here at PNC Park as the night has gone on.
One-on walk. All right, who did we choose for our American League Cy Young Award winner?
Trout.
Not Mike Trout. We went with David Price.
Pitching in arguably the toughest division in baseball. Not so much the Red Sox this year, but Baltimore's come out of nowhere to be a real offensive juggernaut.
Rodney is an intriguing candidate. I mean, you've got to put up sick numbers as a closer to even be considered, but he leads the majors with 42 saves as Rizzo lines out into right center. Valbuena on his way to third, and they're at the corners. Rodney with a 0.70 earned run average, 64 strikeouts, 12 walks. He's given up 5 earned runs all year, 65 games.
Well, another reason I went with David Price, he's pitching for a team that has a pretty anemic offense. He knows he's not going to get a lot of run support when he goes out there and takes the mound, so he doesn't give up much.
There's Clint Hurdle. Honda call to the pen. Cubs threatening to add on, leading by a run. We'll be back.
Pro football's opening day. Watch Chicago take on Indy from Chicagoland's biggest sports bar, The Venue at Horseshoe Casino. See the big game on a 60-foot HD screen. Great beer specials and a $15 advance price all-you-can-eat buffet. Only at The Venue at Horseshoe Casino. Visit ChicagoHorseshoe.com for more info.
When Bill Larson's brakes started squeaking. When Pam Summers' check engine light went on. And before Tom headed out on vacation. They all came here. Midas. Total car care. Total customer care. That's the Midas touch.
Get up to a $50 mail-in rebate when you purchase qualifying brake pads or shoes at Midas.
Filtered cold and chilled down to 34 degrees. We didn't invent cold. We bottled it. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Hi, Bob.
I wasn't expecting to be back so soon. Everything all right?
It's perfect. We'd like the free installation sale again.
Get free installation on select carpet, hardwood, or laminate.
773-202 Luna.
So Honda call to the pen. Jared Hughes. Right-handers on.
Solid numbers for the right-hander Jared Hughes. Good fastball, good hard slider, an occasional changeup. He usually just tries to power his way through opposing hitters.
Time now for a Coors Light freeze cam. And Alfonso Soriano's home run swing from the second inning.
Yeah, if you would have been a fly on the wall for the Pittsburgh Pirates advance meeting for this series, I guarantee you at some point they said, don't throw Soriano down and in. Well, that's exactly what James McDonald did on the first pitch Fonzie saw tonight, and that's why you don't throw him down and in.
Valbuena at third, Rizzo at first. Luis walked, Anthony singled to end Tony Watson's night. Pirates want a chance at a double play here with one out. Swing and a miss. Finish up the series tomorrow. Chris Russin, Jeff Locke, battle of lefties, and then off to Houston. Garrett Hughes, born in Connecticut, but went to college out on the West Coast, Santa Clara University in Long Beach State. Six, 7, 245.
Big boy. Average fastball about 92.5 miles per hour this year. Throws a hard slider in the mid to upper 80s.
Kick in the 3-1 pitch. 3-2 for the swing and miss. Rizzo runs, and he's going to get the bag as Soriano strikes out. Rojas decided just to hang on to it. Cubs down with 3 steals tonight. And it's up to Starlin Castro with now 2 in scoring position. Nick Markakis got hit by a fastball on his left hand. Had to leave the Orioles game against the Yankees tonight. Get the first one, got the second one. 1-1. Bounce to Alvarez. Strong throw to first. Inning over, stretch time in Pittsburgh. 3-2 Cubs.
Read it. Tweet it. Be surprised. Be productive. Make a sale. Make some lunch. Make it movie night. Play a game or an old favorite. Do it all more beautifully with the Retina display on iPad.
Why don't we play a game of hide and seek?
Right now?
Yeah, go hide. 1, 2, 3.
Bite-sized chickens grown up. New KFC Bites. Freshly hand-breaded in the Colonel's original recipe. Try 10 bites with an 8-piece meal for $19.99. Today tastes so good.
This moment in patriotism is brought to you by USAA.
An American soldier knows firsthand what it means to sacrifice. And the commitment they show makes me proud of my country.
USAA, we know what it means to serve.
How do you make summer feel 90 days longer? Get to the Mazda Summer Drive, because you can save big on a 2012 Mazda 3 with no payments for 90 days and 0% APR for 60 months. So get our hottest deal of the summer on the 40 MPG Highway Mazda 3 with Skyactiv technology. 0% APR for 60 months, no payments for 90 days. Only at the Mazda Summer Drive, and only for a limited time.
Don't miss the exciting opportunity to go behind the scenes of the legendary home of the Chicago Cubs with Wrigley Field Tours. Take a trolley to get to Wrigley Field for your tour, as the Chicago Trolley Company is now providing transportation to Wrigley Field through their Northside Neighborhood Tour.
Final start of the year for Jeff Samardzija, and he's been very good tonight. He up 2 in the first, frustrated by the strike zone with home plate umpire Scott Barry, but settled in nicely. It's been a good ballpark for him this year. Back on July 23rd, a 2-0 win, 8 innings, 1 hit, no runs. Good bunt, but they're going to get him. Alex Presley thrown out by Valbuena.
Oh, good anticipation that time by Luis Valbuena. He was on the move as Presley showed bunt at home plate, got to that ball quickly, calls off Jeff Samardzija, and a strong throw gets the Pirate hitter at first base.
Farm is sold for 2. Cotter's strike, 1-1. Ramos Ramirez back in the Brewer lineup. They're dealing with a lower back strain. Rizzo, 2 outs. Brewers still leading the Cardinals 3-1 in the 6th. Brandon Phillips with his 16th homer. Jay Bruce, number 33. Reds lead Houston 3-1. Bottom of the 6th. Jason Grilli has joined Chris Resop, who was up earlier. Now the Reds lead in the division 8.5 over St. Louis. Biggest lead in baseball.
Reds one of only 2 teams in baseball with 40 wins both at home and on the road this year. The Nationals the other team.
Well, generally, the best teams just win wherever they play.
That's right. Neutral field, home, road, makes no difference.
Going into this at bat at 196 on the year. Mike McHenry at 260, slugging over 500. He's done some damage against the Cubs. Clint Hurdle deciding to stay with Barajas here with his team down 1 in the 7th.
And usually when you see a situation like that where the offensive numbers are so heavily tilted in one direction, but the other guy gets the majority of the playing time, it's because the manager, the pitching coach, and the pitchers like the way Rod Barajas handles the staff. He must like the way he calls the game.
Yep. Just from a pure numbers standpoint, I guess you're down a run. McHenry slugs .510, Barajas .329. They're looking for one big swing. A lot of times you won't see the backup catcher get a pinch hit at bat, but they have Eric Fryer on their roster as well here in September. And struck well, and Castro backing up. Bad throw into the dugout. And Barajas will end up at second base. You can see Starlin's reaction.
Made a nice play. That's just a sloppy throw. He had time to get on top and make sure to make an accurate throw. He just kind of flicks it across their sidearm, and anytime you get that side rotation on the baseball, it's not going to carry on a true path to first base. That was like throwing a screwball from shortstop across the diamond to first.
Josh Harrison will run for Barajas. And Jeff Clement will hit in the pitcher's spot. Chris Bosio coming out to the mound.
Valbuena telling Starlin, just let it go. You made a bad play. 2 outs in the inning. Hope they hit the next one right to you again and make the play next time.
That's about as upset as I've seen Starlin after any sort of mistake. We'll see if Samardzija can pick him up here. Clement pinch hitting with a tying run at second base. First pitch low.
Don't worry about it. I'll get this guy. Clement 0 for 7 in his brief time here with the Pirates as a pinch hitter.
That's a strike. Oh.
It's nearly an unhittable strike. Tailing fastball in the mid-90s, right at the knees on the outside corner. There's nothing you can do constructive with that pitch as a hitter.
Deep right, off the wall. It's a single, but the Pirates tie it up. Clement comes off the bench and hits a laser to deep right, scoring the pinch runner Harrison, and that'll be an unearned run. 3-3.
Comes back with a slider, ended up over the middle of the plate and down, and Clement, as you said, hit a laser beam off that out-of-town scoreboard. Could only get a single out of it.
Errors have been a big part of this series. 7 by the Pirates last night, and a critical one by the Cubs shortstop tonight, Brock Holt. But the only good thing about that particular hit, nothing good about the tying run scoring, but that he hit it so hard he couldn't get to second base. So the tying run not in scoring position, the go-ahead run not yet in scoring position. 0-2.
And a well-timed change for Clint Hurdle, taking Rod Barajas down for Josh Harrison. That ball was hit so hard off the wall and right, and David DeJesus got to it so quickly. I'm not sure Rod Barajas would have scored on that play.
.97 pitches on the night for Samardzija. A 3-3 tie in the 7th. It's going to hold up for Soriano, and the inning comes to an end. That run unearned to tie it up 3-3.
Now 3 on this rare collection of baseball cards. I'm at 33. Right there. Once again, all going to charity. Now 4. Now 5. Now 6. Now 7. I'm at 37. You're gonna kick yourself if you don't go home with this box of baseball history. Now 8. Not all done. Sold it. 3,800 right there to that lucky gentleman.
Transfer funds from anywhere with mobile banking. Get started today at BMO Harris Bank.
Wow, you guys have it easy. I wish I had U-verse when I was your age. In my day, we didn't have these fancy wireless receivers. If I had a sleepover, I couldn't just move the TV into the playroom. No, we had to watch movies in the den because that's where the TV outlet was. And if Dad was snoring on the couch, we muscled through it. For real? Your generation has it made.
The wireless receiver, only from AT&T U-verse. Get a free wireless receiver with a qualifying U-verse plan. Rethink possible.
So let me get this straight. You're telling me that this car is just as reliable as a Honda Accord next door?
Well, pretty much. It has a super long warranty. That's not the same thing. Sure it is. If anything breaks, you can rely on the warranty. So it's reliable.
So it's the warranty that's reliable, not necessarily the car.
Were you this tough on the Honda dealer? I feel like you weren't.
The Accord from Honda. Named most trusted brand in America by KBB.com. Only a Honda is a Honda.
Who's the new pitcher? Hey fans, visit the Captain Morgan Club at Wrigley Field with more than 40 flat screens, great food, and Wrigley's largest outdoor patio. Come celebrate a Cubs win and join us for the Captain Morgan Club post-game party featuring great music and Wrigley's friendliest staff. For more information, including specials and private party options, call 773-404-4750.
McHenry in to catch after Barajas was removed for pinch runner, and veteran right-hander Jason Grilli. Look at the strikeouts. 78 in just 51 innings. So back to even 3-3. A distraught Starlin Castro is sitting on the Cubs bench during the between innings warm-up. Again, I've never seen him that upset about a particular play. Pat Listash, Cubs infield instructor, had a few words with him when he came into the dugout. Slider missed on Castillo. The pitcher spot due up third this inning. So that could be it for Jeff Samardzija. He does have a bat in hand. He's made 98 pitches.
I think it really probably just depends on what happens with these first two hitters in the inning for the Cubs, whether Jeff Samardzija will get to stay in this ball game and possibly get a chance to win it, or whether he'll be taken down for a pinch hitter.
Well, Castillo just hit a home run right here.
Yeah, make it easy, wouldn't it?
Make it a lot easier to leave him in. That is going to land out in left field on a shattered bat, base hit. Well, the bat just exploded.
Died a hero, though. Little floater out into left field. Oh, tent peg. Do you think we'd see a pinch runner here for Castillo?
I have no idea.
Well, I guess the tricky part of it is Clevenger's suspension. Gets you down to one backup catcher. I think normally, yes.
Yeah, you have to be a little more careful when you only have the one backup.
And the obvious pinch runner for the Cubs is in the lineup tonight. Tony Campana's had a good night. Smothered by McHenry. Bob, I noticed Alvarez not only pulled in at third, but he's about 3 feet off the line. Is that to get a good angle on a bunt?
I think to get a good angle on a bunt, and just in the event Darwin Barney does swing away, you want to take away the doubles. That's the only way Wellington Castillo would be able to score from first base on an extra base hit. Darwin Barney's more likely to hit a ball right down the right field line than he is down the left field line. That inside out swing, leading with the knob. So what it does in effect is open up a ginormous hole on that left side of the infield, with Alvarez cheating close to the line and Barmas cheating up the middle in anticipation of a possible double play. There's a tremendous hole on that left side of the infield.
A lot of cheating going on.
A lot of cheating.
Jam shot roller. Well, he hit it right to where Alvarez was standing. I mean, got the guy to second. That's the #1 priority. He really got jammed. 1 out. So Dale's going to let him hit. He's grounded out twice and laid down a sac bunt. Really set right at the belt. A look at Castillo. Now the pitch. Too low. 2-1.
Obviously a special circumstance with Jeff Samardzija making his final start of the season, but I think it also speaks to the lack of firepower on the Cubs bench. The fact that Dale Swaim doesn't like any of his pinch hitters better than Jeff Samardzija to take this at bat with the potential go-ahead run on at second base.
He broke his bat on a ground ball to third. Alvarez gets him. Well, the other part of it, even if you don't score, you're still tied. I think right now Dale likes Jeff Samardzija's stuff out there in the bottom of the 8th better than any of his guys in the bullpen right now. That's why I'm managing in the National League. You can argue with me for weeks and weeks. I don't know if I would ever buy the argument it's harder to manage in the American League.
No.
These are the types of decisions managers in the AL are not forced to make. It's a classic example. I believe your starting pitcher in there, but he has to bat with a runner in scoring position in a tie game in the 8th inning.
Approaching 100 pitches in the ball game. Yeah. Picking up a little steam here at PNC Park. Just took a few more innings of beers to get everybody up on their feet. Now they're rolling.
I do wonder as we move ahead to 2013 with 15 clubs in each league. And basically in at least one interleague matchup every day, if there will start to be a push to either use the DH in both leagues or eliminate it, considering the extra interleague matchups. I would be fine with no DH. Just don't know if it'll happen.
I mean, I get the people that like the DH, obviously people that love offense in the game of baseball. They don't want to see a pitcher up there bunting or flailing away at pitches. They'd rather see another hitter come to the plate. More offense, more excitement. Some people like that kind of a game. I prefer the strategy.
I like everybody having to be a two-way player.
Using your roster wisely over the course of a ball game.
Just the inequity of how rosters are built in both leagues. That's going to become a little bit trickier because of the spread out nature of interleague games. Well, the way it's worked now, you get into the middle part of June, you know you're going to head to an American League park for 6 to 9 days. Your roster is set accordingly. American League managers trying to figure out a way to keep that bat in the lineup. They've got to figure out a position for him to play. 3-2 on Campana. Go ahead run at second, 2 outs. He takes the walk and brings DeJesus to the plate. Well, there's been a lot of fans, and we're big fans of Tony. But there are a lot of Cub fans who wondered why he was sent to AAA and why he hasn't been getting more playing time. I will say this to all those people. If Tony had more games like this, he's a huge weapon.
Absolutely.
He just has not been able to get on base enough. But tonight, this is exactly what Dale envisioned when he saw how fast he was in spring training. But it's hard to have an impact on a game offensively when you're not getting on base. But a single, double, a walk, stolen base, that's Tony Campana at his best.
Yep. Unfortunately, way too many fly ball outs early in the season. We talked about it at the time. You'd love to see Tony hit the ball on the ground 5 at bats a game, because pretty good chance he's going to be on base 3 of those.
Base hit for DeJesus. Castillo coming around third. Here's a throw to the plate. Save. And the Cubs have the lead. Jason Grilli arguing with Scott Barry that Castillo didn't touch the plate. But they have another lead.
David DeJesus picks a good time to break out of his slump on this road trip. Oh, Castillo's all over that plate. Nice slide to get around the tag of Rod Barajas. Goes wide. Just sticks that left hand out there on the plate. Nothing for Barajas to tag. Missed him completely.
Tough road trip for DeJesus. He went into tonight without a hit, but he's got 2, including the go-ahead RBI single. First and third for Valbuena on the outside corner for a strike. So Samardzija is still in the game. His team gives him the lead. Henry did not tag him. And, well, he certainly got his hand on the dish. Swing and a miss as DeJesus took off for second. He was trying to get in a rundown.
Yeah, hoping to draw a throw down there to second base and give Tony Campana an opportunity to possibly sneak down that third base line and score another run.
Delayed steal, and he stopped.
And a hesitation, and another hesitation, and then he ends up walking into second base. Pirates had no intention of throwing down there.
These are the type, I mean, the word is gimmick, but these are the types of gimmicks the Cubs would like to use more often, but you can't do it when you're behind a lot. They've been able to do it the last couple of days with leads. Called strike 3. Valbuena done, but the Cubs get a big hit from their leadoff man. And it's 4-3.
Today's business travel challenge, redeeming a reward flight. The other airlines versus Southwest. These executives have earned reward flights.
They just need to pick a date. And those other airlines never make it easy.
Ah, that's a great day to fly.
Oh, you just got the blackout knockout. Oh.
But here's the Southwest solution. Every date is available, and so is every seat.
This executive can't lose. He's a champ with rapid rewards.
Business travelers win with Southwest.
Here, there, everywhere. The #1 satellite TV service in the world has been set free. Introducing DirecTV Everywhere. Now your favorite shows and movies are right where you want them. Anytime, anywhere. All at no extra charge. Download the free app today or go to directv.com/everywhere. Now you can take it with you.
Otis and Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dad. Do you know that we're the only jewelry store in South Lake Mall that sells Pandora?
Pandora, yeah.
Josh, what do they got going?
Dad, the 13th to the 16th of September, we're giving away a free Pandora bracelet.
Free?
Yes, with every $100 purchase of Pandora jewelry.
Oh, at both stores?
Yeah. At both stores, Cherryville and Maryville.
Oh, so, man, you got to come, okay? That's why we say we'll see you at Albert's.
We'll see you at Albert's.
Hi, everyone. Gail Fisher with the Sportsnet Central Update. Our Twitter question of the night is, do you agree with the Cubs' decision to shut down Jeff Samardzija? Use the hashtag CubsTalk when sending in your answers, and we'll have some of your responses later tonight when Todd Hollinsworth joins me on the postgame show. But for now, let's send you back to Len and Bob in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, thanks. Tomorrow, the Monsters of the Midway are back at a complete recap of the Bears season opener against the Colts on Bears Postgame Live, presented by Illinois Back Institute. Watch postgame press conferences, player interviews, get a full breakdown of the action. Only on Bears Postgame Live Sunday, immediately following the game on Comcast Sportsnet. Marte bunts foul. Cubs leading 4-3 in the 8th. Cutter swung on and missed. 0-2.
I'll tell you what, Len, the wind has really picked up here in the Latter stages of this ball game appears to be blowing out to left field. A gale right now. Especially high fly balls should get a big time assist if they're hitting that direction. Well, last night at this time there were probably about, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 people left in the ballpark.
One away. Strikeout number 7. Quite as many people hitting the exits tonight in a tight ball game. And they've got fireworks after.
I think it's a combination of the two. A lot of people here for the fireworks, but a lot of people enjoying a well-played competitive ball game here tonight.
Sliders, swing and a miss. 0-2 on McCutchen with Garrett Jones on deck. Foul tip, strike 3. McCutchen hit by that pitch in the first inning, has struck out 3 times since.
Well, look where Castillo sets up, and Samardzija doesn't want to waste a pitch right there. He's going to throw that fastball toward the outside corner. 97 once again, just rushed it by Andrew McCutchen.
Trying to complete 8 innings for the 3rd time this year, and the first time since he last pitched in this ballpark on July 23rd. He did not want to be shut down this early. Neither did Steven Strasburg. You want guys to want to pitch. Barney makes a catch. Samardzija gets through 8, and the Cubs lead 4-3.
Save big money during the Menard Day sale. Add comfort and value with carpet from Citation. Sweet Bay Plush comes in 3 colors, $159 a square foot. Success Frisee has an attached pad, also available in 2 colors, $189 a square foot. Update your lighting with Hunter. Make finding the perfect lamp and shade easy with the Mix and Match in-store display. Right now, all stock Hunter Mix and Match lamps and shades are 22% off.
Save big money at Menards.
Filtered cold and chilled down to 34 degrees. We didn't invent cold. We bottled it. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Introducing a reason to look twice. Introducing a stunning work of technology. The entirely new Lexus ES and the first ever ES Hybrid. See your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer.
Our Xfinity high-speed action. David DeJesus taking a hanging breaking ball, lining it into right to give the Cubs a 4-3 lead as Wellington Castillo slides around the tag of Michael McHenry. Chris Resop, a right-hander on for the Pirates. Kind of like Karnak. The answer is Resop. The question is, what do you do when the first sop doesn't work?
Resop. Of course, Resop spelled backwards is poser.
So the question is, do you send Samardzija back out for the bottom of the ninth? 108 pitches through 8. His season high in pitches, 113.
I do.
Yeah, I think I would too. Manny Corpus is up at the moment. Backdoor breaker called strike. Well, Samardzija's longest outing was his first, 8 2/3. So how about the bookends of 8 2/3 against the Nationals in his first start, possibly a complete game here in Pittsburgh in September. Tapped foul by Rizzo. Well, if the Pirates don't come back in the bottom of the ninth, they're going to be kicking themselves. Cardinals trailing again tonight. Remember, they lost last night. The Pirates could have won these 2 games. They could be in that wild card lead, the second wild card. They got blown out last night, made 7 errors. They have been unable to shake off the Cubs tonight. Led 2-0 early. Cubs then led 3-2. Pirates tied it in the 7th. And the Cubs grabbed the lead again in the 8th. Sharply hit ground ball up the middle, scooped by Barnes. Bottom of the inning, it'll be Alvarez, Presley, and Barmes due up. Cubs are 2-16 and 1-run decisions on the road. Remember, they lost Samardzija's last start 2-1 on Monday in Washington. They're in the 8th in Baltimore. Orioles 5, Yankees 3. Third of a 4-game series. Orioles trying to jump back into a first-place tie. Oh, 1-2. A-Rod just homered, his 17th of the year. Get New York within 2. Now the closer marbles up. Rangers and Rays are in the 10th, tied at 2. It's downright cold.
It's getting there. I finally break out the jacket a couple of innings ago. Well, they're partying in Savannah, Len. Savannah State, who went into their college football game today against Florida State as 70.5-point underdogs.
Right.
Got beat 55-0.
Now, I thought I saw that there were weather issues, so they went with a 10-minute halftime and a running clock.
A running clock, and they ended up calling the game midway through the third period anyway because of lightning and thunderstorms in the area. The game was interrupted twice because of lightning in the first half. Well, the bands have to be upset.
Are they really dancing in the street?
I think so.
According to the song, everybody is.
Well, summer's here and the time is right.
Feeling like fall right now. Castro 1 for 3 with a walk and a stolen base. 2 outs in the ninth. Cubs lead 4-3.
I wonder how the sports books in Vegas and
they got to take that one off, I would think.
Yeah, but what if you bet on Savannah State to beat the spread?
I think you probably take it off and refund everybody. I am not an expert.
Me neither. But
the rules changed.
Oh, by the way, the Ohio University Bobcats did not have a bye week this week. They played New Mexico State and won again.
2-0?
2-0. Break them up.
Alma mater Marquette has had a bye week every week since 1960 something. When they dropped football. Well, he hit the glove, but McHenry was set up off the inside corner. Oh, it hit him. Oh, that's a bad one. Well, let's hope it hit a soft area and not a bone. Describe that feeling. You probably just can't feel his hand, right?
No,
it's numb.
Yeah, it immediately. I mean, you feel the impact, and obviously there's that short burst of pain, but then the body's natural reaction takes over, and it's just like a numb feeling, probably from his elbow all the way down to his fingertips. He looks all right. He's moving it around. Ed Halber running through a series of tests. The right wrist area.
It did seem to be slightly glancing. But it still hurts. There's a fastball. He's going to stay in. Hopefully he'll take a lot of warm-up tosses from short. Make sure that right hand is okay. At the bottom of the inning. And he takes off for second. Out. Good play by Holt. That was a good throw by McHenry, but with Castro sliding in, that ball could have gotten out of his glove. It did not, and we go to the bottom of the ninth. Here comes Samardzija.
Today's business travel challenge, redeeming a reward flight. The other airlines versus Southwest. These executives have earned reward flights.
They just need to pick a date, and those other airlines never make it easy.
Ah, that's a great day to fly.
Oh, he just got the blackout knockout.
Oh, but here's the Southwest solution. Every date is available, and so is every seat.
This executive can't lose. He's a champ with Rapid Rewards.
Business travelers win with Southwest.
How do you make summer feel 90 days longer? Get to the Mazda Summer Drive, because you can save big on a 2012 Mazda 3 with no payments for 90 days and 0% APR for 60 months. So get our hottest deal of the summer on the 40 MPG Highway Mazda 3 with SkyActiv technology. 0% APR for 60 months, no payments for 90 days. Only at the Mazda Summer Drive, and only for a limited time.
Monday, Castro and the Cubs blast off in Houston against Jose Altuve and the, at least for now, division rival Astros at Minute Maid Park. Coverage begins at 6:30 with Subaru Cubs pregame live. Cubs and Stros Monday night at 6:30 on Comcast Sportsnet. Fans' best friend. Joe Mather in for Soriano. Jeff Samardzija will try to complete it. This is his 33rd career start. He's looking for his first career complete game. And you know what Pedro Alvarez is thinking? Let's see. My team's down 1. I hit 27 homers this year. You fill in the blanks. Power against power.
And I hope Jeff Samardzija stays with his power. He's given up 2 base hits to Alvarez in the ball game tonight. Both came on sliders. One on the outside corner that he reached out and hooked back to right field. Another one right in the middle of the plate.
Left field, and it's slicing foul in that left field corner. Alvarez last week the National League Player of the Week. Only Miguel Cabrera of the Tigers has more home runs among third basemen. As Bob mentioned, 2 hits, 2 RBIs in this one. Grounded to third his last time up. Castillo wants a fastball up. 1-2. Roller behind first. And Rizzo will flip to Samardzija, 1 down. Cubs without a complete game this year. The starting pitcher.
Remember what I said earlier about emptying the tank? Now he's going to empty the tank.
There are 3 teams without a complete game: Cubs, Rockies, and Brewers. Reds and Mariners lead the way with 8.
R.A. Dickey has 5.
Called strike. It was a splitter. And it's 1-2 on Presley. Gabby Sanchez is on deck for Barnes. You've heard of the praying mantis. Here they have the praying parrot. Swing and a miss on a split. 2 down. Pinch hitter Gabby Sanchez coming up. Career high in pitches for Samardzija. This one's fouled off. It's number 118. Previous high 113 on May 18th versus the White Sox. Here comes a 1-1. Joe Mather in left. Cubs win. Cubs win, and what a way for Jeff Samardzija to finish his 2012 season. His first career complete game, the first for the Cubs as a staff in 2012. The final score, the Cubs 4, the Pirates 3, and they'll go for the sweep tomorrow, and Jeff can kick his feet up and enjoy the final 3 weeks.
Oh, and you know he will. Not as much fun as going out there and competing, but Jeff Samardzija is going to get himself some pom-poms and be the #1 cheerleader for this Cubs team the rest of the way.
GMC player of the game. Got to be Mr. Samardzija.
Absolutely.
Longest outing of his career. And again, good bookends. 8 2/3 in his first start, and he finishes it here tonight.
And just a real good example of the kind of competitor that Jeff Samardzija is, and why the Cubs are so excited to have him at the top of the rotation. Moving forward, that's the kind of guy you want all your starting pitchers to emulate.
So, for Bob and our entire CSN crew, Len Casper saying so long from PNC Park. Final score, Cubs 4 and the Pirates 3. Back with you Monday 6:30 for the pregame. Cubs and Astros to start a 3-game series. In-game scoring provided by ScorePad. You've been watching Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, now part of the NBC Sports Group.
Hey everyone, Susanna Collins in our downtown Chicago studio. Cubs Postgame Live presented by Horseshoe Casino is coming up next, but stick around for Sportsnet Central presented by GMC afterwards. We'll hear from Steve Clevenger on his 1-game suspension, plus highlights and reaction from the South Side, where Chris Sale and the White Sox tried to snap a 6-game losing streak against Kansas City. And a big day around college football. Notre Dame may have a quarterback controversy after the way their game against Purdue ended. Plus, we'll get you set for the Bears and Colts. That's ahead on Sportsnet Central. But next, it's Galen Holly with Cubs Postgame Live presented by Horseshoe Casino.
a ball and a biscuit, sugar. And take our sweet little time about it.
Captain Morgan, to life, love, and loot.
Time out there, buddy.
Brian Urlacher?
That's me, here to defend you from DirecTV's so-called big deal. DirecTV raises your bill 100% after a year, and they lock you into a 2-year contract that could cost you over $2,500 bucks.
I can't afford that.
That's why your best play is Xfinity. The biggest plays on Sunday, live. The best of college football, and you can take the action wherever you go.
Hey, Brian.
No pixie dust, just pigskin. Yeah! Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Call today.
It's Subway's birthday and everyone's celebrating, because many of your faves are now $5 footlongs. Even the Italian BMT, oven roasted chicken, Black Forest ham, and more. September only. Join the sub prize party.
Cubs Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Nissan. Get to your local Nissan dealer for special offers. Nissan. Innovation that excites. Xfinity. Your home for the most live sports. Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Midas. Midas Total Car Care. Total Customer Care. AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Honda. Visit your local Chicagoland Honda dealer for more information on current offers. This is Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Horseshoe Casino.
Here comes a 1-1. Joe Mather in left. Cubs win, and what a way for Jeff Samardzija to finish his 2012 season.
That's it for the Shark. Jeff Samardzija pitches a complete game, the first of his career, and that's going to do it for him for the season as the Cubs beat the Pirates 4-3. Hello and welcome to Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Horseshoe Casino. Along with Todd Hollinsworth, I'm Gail Fisher. So quite a game. I was wondering, I was going to ask you to play manager. Would you put Samardzija back out there in the ninth? He whizzed through that eighth inning, 1-2-3, got McCutchen on 3 pitches going down on strikes.
Oh, he's my horse. He's my best guy. He's going back out. I'm not too worried about pitch counts unless it was maybe near 120 or 121. He was at 108 going into that inning. But figured it out early, realized that he had to kind of strategize a little bit different early in this ballgame. Dominant fastball throughout. In fact, didn't give up a base hit tonight on his fastball. The hits that he did give up were on his slider and his splitty, but he changed his game plan a little bit. As we know, Jeff, usually he wants to get ahead 95, 96 miles an hour, wants to put you away with the nasty splitty, the nasty slider. Not today. What did he do? He was still working ahead with his fastball, working the slidey splitty combination in the middle of the at-bat. Started to figure out, I'm putting these guys away with the heater. Late in this ball game, it was gripping and ripping, and I mean, there was just nothing. Crickets. I mean, he was your most dominant guy.
I had a feeling in the pregame show this was going to be Jeff Samardzija's last start, and I knew he was going to want to try to pitch a complete game, and he deserved it. We want to get involved with you on Twitter, so please tweet at us. We're asking you, do you agree with the Cubs' decision to shut down Jeff Samardzija for the rest of the season? Use the hashtag CubsTalk, and we'll get to a few of your tweets later in the show. All right, Jeff Samardzija, as we mentioned, a complete game for him going through his line. Pretty impressive. He got into some early trouble here, Holly, but he ends up striking out 9, giving up just 2 earned runs.
Well, the trouble that he got into early in this ball game, again, it is a little bit of the scenario that I told you about. You look at some of these pitches, well, this is the at-bat that's really going to get him frustrated. And if this is what got him over the hump and maybe got him angry, so be it. But if you look at these base hits right there, he was able to get ahead in the count. You go back to Holt, his first plate appearance. It was a slider. It was a hanging slider. He slaps to the left. Things get going. That was a splitty right there that didn't get down in the dirt enough. It's knocked into right field for another base hit. And then you get some griping certainly about the strike zone. But I think it was about this point where Jeff really just starts to get angry, and you start to see the numbers escalate. Changes his game plan. Look at all these strikeouts, folks. What pitch is it on? He is leaning back. He is making he's making pitches with 96, 97. Again, did not surrender a hit tonight on his fastball. What an impressive outing. To me, one of the places I go with is I kind of compare it. I know the circumstances are different, but Steven Strasburg knew that his time was coming. He had a rough one last night. He really did. He was only able to go 3 innings and kind of maybe mentally checked out a little bit, I guess, but not Jeff. I mean, this was, I'm going to pick Starlin up. He had a huge error in this ball game late. We surrendered the lead. He did his best to make pitches from there on out. But in that 9th inning, you think about how dominant he is. He strikes out the middle of the lineup, completely just overmatches the Pirates right now. They've got to be frustrated because the Pirates believe that this was a series that they were going to win.
Well, he gives up the 2 runs in that first inning, and then, as you mentioned, he really settled down. Then he retires 17 out of 18 through the 6th inning, gives up a run in the 7th, but it was on an error, so it's unearned. Then he comes back. He goes 1, 2, 3 in this 8th inning, and this guy is still throwing 96, 97 miles per hour. So Dale Swaim says, go back out there, finish this up, and he gets out of that 9th inning cleanly for his first career complete game. But you were saying, Holly, you're most impressed by the fact that this guy has thrown the same velocity pretty much throughout the entire season.
Have not seen him wilt anywhere. There isn't a start out there. There were some starts where pitch selection, I certainly had some questions about it. But again, we're talking about Jeff Samardzija figuring out how to go 7, 8 innings at the major league level, get through a lineup 3 times, maybe even in some cases 4 times, and make pitches to hitters and get guys out. But what you started to see here is a guy grow up. He realized what was not working for him early in this ballgame, and he changed his game plan. He said, I'm going to lean back on the 96, 97, and I'm going to throw. If it is 80% fastballs tonight because they're not doing anything with it, go ahead. Yeah, you know what? That one hit that tied up the game, the pinch hit by Clement, it was on a slider again. He went back to it again thinking maybe just one of these times I'm going to bury one and get a swing and a miss, and he doesn't, and he hangs it. Ultimately ends up tying the ball game. That's why, really, in my mind, I'm sending him back out there. If Jeff wasn't more frustrated over that slider and that base hit, wanting to pick up Starlin Castro and keep the lead right there, I mean, he should have been on fire even at 108 pitches. You saw him in the 9th inning, over 108, moving to 120, 97, 98 miles an hour. We've seen it all season long. I mean, again, what more is there for Jeff to accomplish with the rest of the season? I think it's okay to shut him down.
And that's probably been the biggest key for me in his maturation process is shaking off some bad innings early on, being able to bounce back and cruise the rest of the way. The final start for Jeff Samardzija tonight is a W. He talks with our Len and Bob after the game.
They're pretty aware with how I felt about being shut down, so I think it was kind of understanding that I was going to get a few pitches tonight. So as long as my stuff was there and I was still getting outs, I think they were going to let me go. I felt great. Obviously gave a couple runs early, but you got to bounce back if stuff happens. Facing a great lineup.
Oh! Whoa! How'd that feel?
Cold. I mean, freaking cold.
I think we're going to let you go, Jeff. Don't get warm. We don't want you to get pneumonia or anything.
That's okay.
Congratulations on a great season, and that's good when that happens, right? That's a football mentality there with the Gatorade.
It's better for that than to be inside waiting for medicine from the media after 4 innings. So we'll take the shower from the Gatorade,
And the Irish won today. It's a good day.
A double win. That's nice.
Usually just get the shaving cream pie. He got the Gatorade. Time now for our Sports Authority play of the game. Of course, David DeJesus coming through in that 8th inning with the go-ahead single. That scores Castillo, and the Cubs win it.
Well, what a huge hit for David DeJesus. Obviously, for the Cubs, they're going to get the win. He'd been struggling on this trip so far, but a big base hit, jumps all over a first pitch slider. You know, you did it against one of the best in the business, Jason Grilli. I mean, he's been doing it all year for the Pittsburgh Pirates. You look at his numbers, he's been nothing short of outstanding. This Cubs team, what has really stood out to me is that they are putting themselves now in position to build innings. That's what I've seen in this series, and that's what's been exciting. Yeah, last night they got a few more opportunities because of all those errors, but they're putting the ball in play. I mean, as simple as it sounds, there has been a few innings where a hit and a walk, a ground ball, moving a guy over, just setting yourself up, continually setting yourself up and giving yourself the opportunity to get a big 2-out hit without relying on the home run or slugging in back-to-back 2 and 3 doubles in a row in order to put runs on the board. They've found ways, last night, I know it was a blowout, but even into the night, where they put runs on the board based on really not a lot of anything happening. I mean, that one inning against Grilli, he had 3 straight broken bats, and they ultimately get a run on a David DeJesus single, and that's just it. I mean, if they're learning, they should be watching the film now of what they're doing. 4 walks, 5 strikeouts tonight. You can live with that.
Well, there are other key performers, Todd, in this game. We'll get to those. Time for a break, though, here on Cubs Postgame Live, presented by Horseshoe Casino. We'll be right back.
Traveled all this way. Make it worth their while.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Cholula Hot Sauce, the flavorful hot sauce with the iconic wooden cap.
Okay, what are you having?
I'll have the build-your-own burger with sunny side-up egg, jack cheese, Jill, and make it a double.
Inspiration can come from anywhere. Build your own burgers are now at Denny's.
So, it's a busy time of year. I'm feeding the kids, I'm feeding the spouse, I'm feeding the dog. Are you guys ready for school yet? No. I'm taking the kids to school, the soccer practice, ballet lessons, guitar lessons. I'm making the gift list. I'm shopping for Aunt Rita. New job, new wife, new baby, 6 nieces, 4 nephews. Dallas, LA, Seattle, New York, Paris. I'm running out of time. Love logistics.
You okay, babe?
I'm fine.
With a Subaru, you can always find a way. Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Patrick Mini. Patrick Mini.
Who said good things don't come in small packages? Let it ride at Patrick Mini. All you need to lease a new 2012 Mini Cooper hardtop is $199 a month. $199 a month with 3 years, 36,000-mile, no-cost maintenance. Lease a Mini Cooper with a mini payment, $199 per month. Plus, only Patrick Mini has complimentary pickup and return for our customers.
Patrick Mini. Patrick Mini.
PatrickMini.com.
Great day for a move.
Yeah, you want to help?
Nah, I'm good. Hey, I still owe you that $500?
Yeah, and a lawnmower.
You've got DirecTV.
Yeah.
Call them. They'll hook up your new pad with phone and super fast internet, and you can get that whole home DVR upgrade for free. I just saved you over $500. It's like you owe me now.
DirecTV Movers Deal. Call now to bundle, plus get NFL Sunday Ticket included.
You're watching Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.
Time now for our Four Seasons heating and air conditioning. Who's hot, who's not in the last 7 days against these Pittsburgh Pirates this season. Corey Hart is hot, 404 average with 8 RBI. Jay Bruce, 325 average with 2 home runs and 7 RBI. And Aramis Ramirez has done well, 381 and 13 runs batted in. Who's not been hot? David Freese, 218, and he's struck out 13 times. Brandon Phillips, 7 Ks with a 189 average, and Norichika Aoki is also on the interstate, 184 average for him with 5 strikeouts. Time now for our UPS store taking care of business play. Top of the second, Cubs trailing 2-0, and Alfonso Soriano takes the first pitch from James McDonald, puts it into the left field seats. Home run number 27 of the season for Sori, and it cuts the Pittsburgh lead in half, and this gets the Cubs offense.
Well, it's a huge home run. I know it cuts the deficit in half, but when you give up 2 in the first inning, you got your horse on the mound, and then within 1 pitch of the offense coming right back up there, you know. Listen, we all know he can hit a fastball, but it's a momentum changer in the dugout just by getting on the board right there. This settled the game in, probably helped Jeff refocus, Jeff Samardzija I'm talking about, just with that solo home run right there. Yeah, it's 2-1, but you believe that the offense is going to pick itself up. It's been a question this year. You get big home runs from Sori. He's certainly been providing them since May 15th, and that was one of the big ones right there.
All right, we'll take a look at the Cubs box score when we return. After another timeout, we'll also read some of your tweets about the Cubs' decision to shut down Jeff Samardzija for the rest of the season. Stay with us.
Traveled all this way. Make it worth their while.
Today's business travel challenge, Bag Fee Barrage. The other airlines versus Southwest. These businessmen are just going to check in their bags.
Seems simple enough.
The other airlines contestant is taking it slow and steady.
Ooh, he's getting pummeled with bag fees. He just got the bag fee beat down. I feel his pain. Those bag fees can really stick.
Gotta love the strategy here. Our second contestant is flying Southwest. No bag fees for this guy.
You gotta give it up for Bags Fly Free.
Business travelers win with Southwest.
Now listen to me. I've seen you grow as players and grow as a team. And no matter what happens out there, you will walk out of this locker room better than when you walked in. Win or lose, you are all champions.
These have always been the rooms where teams are built, and Sports Authority will always supply just the right tools. Because we have everything for every team with unbeatable values. Sports Authority, all things sporting good.
When is the best time for mouth-watering wings? Game time. Family time. Party time. Anytime. Enjoy Wingstop's regular or boneless wings in 10 mouth-watering flavors, cooked to order with a variety of fresh homemade sides to choose from. Wingstop, the wing experts.
Humans. Even when we cross our T's and dot our I's, we still run into problems. Namely, other humans. Which is why at Liberty Mutual Insurance, auto policies come with new car replacement and accident forgiveness if you qualify. Visit a local Chicago office for details. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Responsibility. What's your policy?
So let me get this straight. You're telling me that this car is just as reliable as a Honda Accord next door?
Well, pretty much. It has a super long warranty. That's not the same thing. Sure it is. If anything breaks, you can rely on the warranty. So it's reliable.
So it's the warranty that's reliable, not necessarily the car.
Were you this tough on the Honda dealer? I feel like you weren't.
The Accord from Honda. Named most trusted brand in America by KBB.com. Only a Honda is a Honda.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Cholula Hot Sauce, the flavorful hot sauce with the iconic wooden cap.
How would you like the chance to win up to $130 in cash? Then head to Lizzie McNeil's Irish Pub Monday at 7 o'clock when Comcast Sportsnet's Gas Money will be taping its next show. Lizzie McNeil's is located at 400 McClurg Court in downtown Chicago. Welcome back to the show, everyone. We asked you to get involved with us on Twitter, and tonight's Twitter question was, do you agree with the Cubs' decision to shut down Jeff Samardzija? Well, here are some of your responses. Prazmaster, definitely agree they should have done the same to Kerry Wood and Mark Pryor at the beginning of their respective careers. At Grab a 15, there is nothing to gain for the Cubs this year, so shut him down, save the innings, and begin prep for the next few years. And Polish Prince 79 says, heck no. I say heck no because my daughter might be watching. I'm about to start playoffs in my fantasy league, and I need his K's. That's just wrong. I don't know. That sounds a little selfishly motivated.
Absolutely. That's 100% selfishly motivated.
Good call by the Cubs, and he goes out on top. It's probably the smart move. Time now for the Subway winning box score. Tony Campana, I have to tell you, Todd, I think he was a key performer in this ball game. Wait, I can't even add up all the things he's done here. Taking a look. Oh, yeah, 2 hits, a couple runs scored, 2 runs scored, a stolen base.
Oh, he was the catalyst tonight, Gail. You win, hands down. You had the guy. Tony Campana capitalized on the opportunity at the bottom of the lineup. Well, slash top of the lineup if you want to look at it like that. But he was all over the place. He is a weapon when he puts together games like this. A late walk in this ball game. I mean, this is what you would hope to see when Tony Campana was given the opportunity to play, and he has been given some extended time. Now, when he was given that, this isn't really what you saw. I mean, he's got a 300 on-base percentage. After the couple hits that I believe he's hit about 260, he needs to be a little bit more consistent.
All right, after a final timeout, Todd and I will look ahead to tomorrow afternoon's series finale in Pittsburgh. Stay with us.
Cubs Postgame Live is presented by Horseshoe Casino. Nobody does more for the gambler than Horseshoe Casino. Just 20 minutes from downtown Chicago.
Traveled all this way. Make it worth their while.
Time out there, buddy.
Brian Urlacher?
That's me, here to defend you from DirecTV's so-called big deal. DirecTV raises your bill 100% after a year, and they lock you into a 2-year contract that could cost you over $2,500 bucks.
I can't afford that.
That's why your best play is Xfinity. The biggest plays on Sunday, live. The best of college football, and you can take the action wherever you go.
Hey, Brian.
No pixie dust, just pigskin. Yeah! Xfinity, your home for the most live sports. Call today.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Cholula Hot Sauce, the flavorful hot sauce with the iconic wooden cap.
Save big money during the Menard Day sale. Add style with Patriot Lighting. The Marcella collection features a new bronze finish in Clearwater glass. The 3-light vanity is $49. The 5-light chandelier is $139. Get a remarkable paint at an incredible value with Pittsburgh Paint. Ultra Exterior has a durable 100% acrylic formula and features exceptional one-coat coverage. $20.97 a gallon. Other sizes and finishes are also on sale.
Save big money at Menards.
Cubs Postgame Live is brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs.
A man cave is not a man cave without football, Jason. You need an NFL Sunday ticket.
Well, I have DirecTV. He's kind of on a budget.
I know. You want a deal?
Yeah.
Well, this year, I got you one, because you deserve it. You just got every game, every Sunday, at the lowest price in almost a decade.
It's amazing you're successful in the NFL at that size.
What better this do?
Get NFL Sunday ticket now at the lowest price in almost a decade, only with DirecTV.
Baseline, gets the roll.
Guys live their lives a little different. And we get it. We're Sport Clips, where guys get an awesome MVP haircut experience while watching sports on TV. Sport Clips. It's good to be a guy. Visit sportclips.com for the store nearest you and ask for the MVP.
Let's check out the pitching matchup for tomorrow's game. It will be Chris Russin taking on Jeff Locke. Russin coming off a rough outing in Washington where he didn't retire a single batter in that second inning. He's going to want to bounce back, Todd.
Well, Chris Russin, I think you're looking to go back to the first start that he had where he was a little bit more dominant, I believe, against the Milwaukee Brewers, but he kept the ball down. Didn't do this in his last start against Washington. Now, I will say this, the Nationals are a pretty hot team. They're pumping on all cylinders right now. But he made a ton of mistakes in that start, left the ball out over the plate, had no snap on his slider, his changeup was flat. I mean, if he does that again, he's going to get beat around the yard again. Anybody's going to do that. That's what I saw. First start, though, I mean, was stellar. I was begging for more. I wanted to see more Chris Russin because I love his arm angle. I love how he gets out there on the left side of the mound, and he throws a bit across his body, 89, 90 miles an hour. If he keeps the ball down, I think he's going to be real effective, and I think the Pirates are set up. This is a game that they need, but if he's aggressive around the plate and he's got a little bit more pop on his stuff, I think he's going to have a good outing.
The Cubs going for the sweep in Pittsburgh. That's going to do it for now. They win it tonight 4-3. Thanks for watching Horseshoe Casino Cubs Postgame Live. For Todd Hollandsworth, I'm Gail Fisher. Sportsnet Central is coming up next.
This is Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC. Live from the Comcast Sportsnet studios in Chicago.
Hey there, welcome to Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC. I'm Susanna Collins. Well, it's safe to say the White Sox have not enjoyed facing the Royals this season. Kansas City has taken 9 of 14 against the good guys in 2012, including the last 6 matchups. But despite that, the White Sox remain in first place. And today, they looked to their ace to right the ship against a team that's had their number all season long. And they would have to face Bruce Chen, who came in 2-0 against the Sox this season, despite an ERA of 5.19 against the Southsiders. 2 outs for Diane Viciato, and he goes deep. That's a solo shot to the bleachers in right, number 20 for the tank, and it is 1-0 White Sox. Meanwhile, Chris Sale looking for his 16th win, and he fans Mike Moustakas in the top of the 4th, and then gets Brian Pena swinging to end the inning. Bottom of the 4th now, 2-1 Sox, man on and 1 out for Tyler Flowers, and he launches a 2-run shot to left. Number 7 on the season for Flowers, and it is a 4-1 Sox lead. Bottom of the 6th, Paul Konerko adds to that lead. A leadoff long ball to left for Paulie, his 5th career homer off of Chen. 22 on the season for Paulie, 5-1 Sox. Top of the 9th, Addison Reed comes in with a 5-2 lead, looking for his 26th save with 2 outs. Mike Moustakas hits a fly ball to left, but defensive replacement Jordan Danks misses it, and the ball drops past him. Danks lost the ball in the lights. Moustakas into second with the double. So next up, Brian Pena. And he comes through with a sharp single to right. Moustakas gets waved around, and the Royals will have the tying run at the plate. It's now just a 5-3 Sox lead. Then with a man on second, Johnny Giavotella singles to right. Pitch runner Tony Abreu is going to try to score from second. A close play at the plate, but Abreu beats the tag, and it's 5-4. Next batter, Lorenzo Cain. Reed rings him up to end the game, and the Sox escape with a 5-4 win.
Trying to fill the zone, throw strikes. You know, this is a good hitting team, and they like to swing, and when they start taking a lot of pitches on you, you know, you got to, kind of turn things around and start throwing more strikes. And I think Flowers did a heck of a job out there tonight for me, just realizing what was working, what wasn't, get me back on track.
He was getting ahead. I think early on it seemed like every guy was 2-0. 3-1. He just kept trying to come back and have to throw something a little more over the plate than he would like. But again, he did what he had to do. But really needs to get ahead, and I think that's what he did. Later on.
Jeff Samardzija making his final start of the season for the Northsiders. The Cubs shutting him down for precautionary reasons. Samardzija looking for his 9th win of the season. Not a good start to his finale. First inning, bases loaded for the Pirates. Alvarez singles to center. 2 runners would score. Pirates take the 2-0 lead, but Samardzija would limit the damage. Cubs get the run right back, though. First pitch of the 2nd inning. Soriano Takes James McDonald deep to left, and that is his 27th of the season. It cuts the Pirates' lead to 1. Meanwhile, Samardzija was lights out after the first. 3-2 Cubs, 2 out in the 7th. Alvarez grounds to Starlin Castro. Throw to first is way off. Samardzija not happy initially, but then Samardzija tries to encourage Castro after the error. But the good feeling wouldn't last. Pitch hitter John Clement singles off of the right field wall, and that would bring home pinch runner Josh Harrison to score. Game tied at 3 now, but the Cubs come right back in the 8th. David DeJesus singles off of Jason Greeley. Wellington Castillo comes around from second and beats the tag with a nice slide. The Cubs ahead again, 4-3. Samardzija was not happy about being shut down, so he got a chance to finish the game. And he would get Alex Presley swinging. Then Gabby Sanchez flies out to left field, and that would end the game. Samardzija goes out in style, striking out 9 in his first career complete game. The Cubs win 4-3.
They're pretty aware with how I felt about being shut down, so I think it was kind of understanding that I was going to get a few pitches tonight. So as long as my stuff was there and I was still getting outs, I think they were going to let me go. I felt great. Obviously gave a couple runs early, but, you know, you got to bounce back as stuff happens. Facing a great lineup.
Oh! Whoa! How'd that feel?
Cold. I mean, freaking cold.
I think we're going to let you go, Jeff. Get warm. We don't want you to get pneumonia.
That's okay.
Congratulations on a great season, and that's good when that happens, right?
You know,
that's a football mentality there with the Gatorade.
It's better for that than you know, to be inside waiting for medicine from the media after 4 innings. So we'll take the shower from the Gatorade, you know.
And the Irish won today. It's a good day.
A double win. That's nice.
Jeff left plenty of time to dry off. Meanwhile, Major League Baseball suspended Cubs catcher Steve Clevenger for 1 game. Clevenger was involved in that scuffle with the Nationals on Thursday and pushed the Nats' Michael Morse. He chose not to appeal this suspension and sat out tonight's game.
Major League Baseball will put their hand down, you know, and accept full responsibility.
Did you get to talk to anybody?
No.
Like anyone from MLB?
No, I haven't talked to anybody yet. Dale came in and told me what was going on, and we go from there.
And you decided to?
Yeah, I won't be appealing anything. You know, like I said, I fully accept it. Major League Baseball stepped in, and I accept their punishment for it. Yeah, there's a fine attached. No, you know, I'm out there, you know, bench is clear, things happen, you know, I'm out there, you know, trying to protect my team too, and, you know, like I said, we'll go from there and accept responsibility.
Well, get the beer and brats ready. Only one more sleep until the Bears open their season tomorrow at Soldier Field against the Colts. And while Bears fans are expecting big things from this 2012 squad, so are the players. This is a team that expects to be playing in New Orleans in February. But for now, they're just looking forward to starting off what they and the fans hope will be a season to remember.
I'm excited that it's here. You know, it's been a long journey, and camp went through well. You know, I'm just excited to get everybody out there on Sunday and put everything together.
I get a big kick out of the season starting. You know, I think when the time comes where that diminishes, it's time to give it up. So, you know, again, I'm very excited for us to get started and get this thing started on the right foot.
Potentially is the best word you could use for it. You know, we have the Colts this week. You know, doesn't matter what potential is on the offense or defense or special teams. You know, we have to go out and we have to play. We have a game plan. We have a great game plan, you know, on both sides of the ball. We go out, we execute it, we be sharp, you know, get ourselves to 1-0, you know, and then we can start talking about Green Bay and we start moving forward.
#1 draft pick Andrew Luck makes his official NFL debut tomorrow against the Bears. And while the general consensus around the league is that Luck is a future superstar, he'll have his work cut out for him against the Bears. Indy's suspect O-line could make him vulnerable to that Bears pass rush. But the Stanford grad has done his homework on Julius Peppers and company and knows he'll face a tough Bears defense on Sunday.
All stars, it seems like all over the field. Obviously, you know,
Urlacher, Peppers, those names everybody knows, and good, tough, physical. They know what they're doing. They don't mess up, and so it'll be a great measuring stick and a great challenge for us.
Luck will become the 4th straight #1 overall pick to start in Week 1. In 2009, Matthew Stafford had a rough debut, throwing 3 picks and no touchdowns. The Rams' Sam Bradford threw for 253 yards, 1 touchdown, and 3 interceptions against the Cards in 2010. But last year, Cam Newton had a debut like no other, throwing for a rookie record 422 yards. The good news, all 3 of these quarterbacks lost. And as for Luck, his teammates have complete faith that he's a future Pro Bowler.
There's no doubt in my mind that this kid is everything that was wrote about him, talked about him, and said about him in the past months. And I see him make unbelievable throws in practice, unbelievable line checks, getting the command in the huddle, taking that leadership role every single day with the guys. And seeing that from a young guy, a rookie like him, the sky's the limit, man. This kid is going to do great things. Trust me, mark my words. This kid's going to do great things for us. And so I'm just excited to see him play. I want to, a whole 4 quarters, you know what I'm saying, and go out there and put a complete game together.
Join us for the season premiere of Bears Postgame Live this Sunday after our White Sox coverage. Jim Miller, Dan Jiggets, and Anthony Adams join Chris Bowden to break down the game and bring you Lovey and Jay Cutler's postgame comments. Plus, Kip Lewis is outside the Bears locker room. So flip on over Sunday after our White Sox coverage for Bears Postgame Live. Notre Dame dominated Navy in their season opener, but today's game against Purdue came down to the final 10 seconds. Plus, Pat Fitzgerald's Wildcats were hoping to have a little less drama in their home opener versus Vandy. And later, more from the White Sox, including Paul Konerko, on the team not changing their approach based on the Tigers.
Sportsnet Central on Comcast Sportsnet is presented to you by the GMC Terrain. We are professional grade. You can listen to SiriusXM. You can make a hands-free call. You can relax in the comfortable interior. But with a proven 5.3-liter Vortec V8 and a high-strength steel frame, you can't take the truck out of the GMC. During GMC Truck Month, get 1 year of SiriusXM satellite radio when you purchase a GMC Sierra. And get this specially equipped Sierra for a total value of $7,000. Or trade up to get a total value of $8,000.
Wow, you guys have it easy. I wish I had U-verse when I was your age. In my day, we didn't have these fancy wireless receivers. If I had a sleepover, I couldn't just move the TV into the playroom. No, we had to watch movies in the den because that's where the TV outlet was. And if Dad was snoring on the couch, we muscled through it. For real? Your generation has it made.
The wireless receiver, only from AT&T U-verse. Get a free wireless receiver with a qualifying U-verse plan. Rethink possible.
Music is in your blood. Only Cricket includes it in your nationwide plan. Never pay per song. Never limit your expressions. Only Cricket Wireless has Move Music. Unlimited data, talk, text, and music with no contract. On the HTC One with Beats Audio. Get held back or get Move Music on the HTC One now. Cricket, your call.
Mr. Submarine caters events of all sizes. Parties, office luncheons, or special events. A variety of packages for every occasion.
Mr. Submarine.
Pro football's opening day. Watch Chicago take on Indy from Chicagoland's biggest sports bar, the Venue at Horseshoe Casino. See the big game on a 60-foot HD screen. Great beer specials and a $15 advance price all-you-can-eat buffet. Only at the Venue at Horseshoe Casino. Visit ChicagoHorseshoe.com for more info.
The first look is only the beginning. Introducing a stunning work of technology. Introducing the entirely new Lexus ES. And the first ever ES Hybrid. See your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer.
How would you like like the chance to win up to $130 in cash? Then head to Lizzie McNeil's Irish Pub Monday at 7 p.m. when Comcast Sportsnet's Gas Money will be taping its next show. Lizzie McNeil's is located at 400 North McClurg Court in downtown Chicago. After pounding Navy 50-10 in their season opener in Dublin, the Fighting Irish had to be feeling confident heading into their matchup against Purdue, a team they've dominated in recent years. But the Boilermakers wouldn't make it easy for the Irish, pushing Brian Kelly's guys all the way in what would be a fight to the finish. Everett Golson getting the start under center after throwing a TD and a pick against Navy. Second quarter, no score. Third and goal, Irish. Golson runs it and gets the ball over the pylon, his first rushing touchdown. It's 7-0 Notre Dame. Just before the half, Purdue on third and goal. Robert Marv complete to Antavian Edison in the end zone. Touchdown Boilermakers, and we are tied at 7. Early third quarter, second and goal. Irish Golson rolls out, fires a rocket to TJ Jones.